Hey y'all, it's Mandy, and this is my weekly weight loss update. It is today starts week 38 for me. So we're going to be just talking about my 37th week, I think. If not, I'll correct myself on the screen because I got mixed up a few weeks ago and I just kept rolling with it. So let's do this nightly skincare routine. Show everybody what I use. I've got these little, I'm sure everybody's got these by now, most people, to keep water from running down your arm. First thing I'm going to do is that and my headband. Oh, let's take these earrings off. My nightly routine varies because I have different products that I like to use on my face that shouldn't be used together. So, and I'll mention, as I go, what I might do different in place of one of the products. Remember, yeah, oh my God, it looks crazy. Okay, let's get this straight. Yeah, I don't usually use this, as you can tell. I usually just use the headband and push it back, but look at me over here trying to be fancy for the YouTube. First thing I'm going to do is remove my makeup, of course. As we get older, our skin needs change. I'm finding that I need more moisture now than anything. 48 years old, by the way. I've got these little reusable cotton rounds. Isn't that cute? Just the stack in there. And then, just washed them. Comes with this bag. I just hang these up in my bathroom on like a little hook. And I put these in there after I use them. And when it's all filled up, I wash them. These can go in the dryer. Easy peasy. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is use some micellar water to remove everything. I go back and forth between this and a balm. No rhyme or reason to that, just whichever one I grab first. Try not to get this behind my ears because my ears will be poking out. It's funny how we nitpick ourselves, especially when you see yourself on videos. Okay, so, and I have used Bare Minerals, just the original mineral powder formula for, gosh, y'all, over 20 years. But, like I said, aging, I'm finding that it just does not work for me anymore. It does not complement the wrinkles. It accentuates them, and we don't want that. Now, this new mascara that I got, it is a little harder to get off than the Better Than Sex, which is what I've used for years. I switched it up and went to Tarte, and I like it a lot better. Okay, so got the eye makeup off finally. So I'll use the other side of the pad just to wash my first cleanse. That's what this is. But I heard somebody on here say that if we're seeing more wrinkles on our skin before we think it's our time to see those wrinkles, a lot of times what we think are wrinkles are actually just dehydration lines. Now, you can do a few things to combat that. first, the most important thing is to hydrate from the inside out. Make sure you're drinking your water, y'all. That's actually the best thing you can do for your skin. I am in full-blown menopause, so my skin, my body, and my brain are all going crazy. Like they're teaming up on me, okay? So, my skin is definitely a lot drier than it has ever been in the past. The only time I've dealt with dry skin, and it wasn't even really that bad, is in the winter. And like right now, I'm looking in the mirror. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I mean, I've got lines right there that didn't used to be there. Now, I have lost a lot of weight, and so I feel like it's showing in my face at this point, especially this gobbler here. But I have also slacked on drinking my water. I know, it's bad, I know. So, I'm trying to do better with that. And just using moisturizers, gentle cleansers, which leads me to this. I exfoliate my face maybe twice a week now with this, because this is real gentle. I was doing it every day because I think it says on here that it's gentle enough to use every day. But with my age and already being in menopause and losing the estrogen and all that, how it affects your skin, I felt like every day, even every other day, was too much for me. So I had to pull back with this. So you don't want to over exfoliate, especially if you are a woman of a certain age. Okay. Now I'm just going to go in with my Cetaphil cleanser. I usually do this twice. No other reason than, I don't know, I just do. But this cleanser is gentle enough to wipe off with a washcloth. There's not many that, you know, I would do this with. And if you use a washcloth, I know that washcloths are all of a sudden controversial. I didn't say that right. It still didn't sound right. But why? Why do people have issues with washcloths all of a sudden? Raise your hand if you've used washcloths your entire life. And we're still here and living to tell about it. And they were saying things like, well, you use those to wash your body. Why would you put it on your face? The thing you need to be doing, obviously, is learning how to properly wash your laundry. Because, I mean, if you're going to approach it like with that mindset, then the next time you wash your body, you're probably washing your hoo-ha with your husband's ass rag. Or you got all your washcloths labeled for his and hers, or what. I mean, please, somebody explain that to me. Just properly do your laundry, people. And it'll be okay. But then, she said, I'm talking on a video that I watched, but apparently it's a thing. It's a big deal to a lot of people. Oh, now I use a loofah. Oh, okay, so using a washcloth that gets thrown in the washing machine and washed after every use, hopefully, is better than reusing the same loofah for how many ever days you use it. Sounds legit. But hey, you do you. That was just my 2 cents for the internet today. Okay, so now I don't know if you noticed how much better this cleanser kind of just stayed on there and done its thing. Then the first wash. So now I'm going to actually, I'm going to pause this and take my face to the sink and rinse this off. So I've got this on anyway. I'll be right back. Okay, so that feels better. And I always just pat, never tug or pull, especially around my eyes. And that part. Y'all see all the ears are out now. Y'all see that? Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a mask. I usually use a mask. I try to once a week, but it don't usually happen once a week. But at least once every 2 weeks, I try to use some kind of hydrating, cooling mask. And this is one that I got with an order from Ace Cosm. Oh, I tore the top off where it said it's a stem cell mask. So I'm going to put that on. Put this on. And I did leave my face a little damp. Just like you do when you're using hyaluronic acid. Hyaluronic acid, I always say that wrong. Now I'm not going to keep the camera rolling and chat with you all the entire time this is on my face. I just feel like that would be weird. So I'm going to put this on. Oh, crap. Oh, guys. This one smells nice. Get it all situated. Hopefully. Oh yeah, I want that neck in there. Okay. I think she's on there pretty good. Okay, so while this sits on my face, I'm going to go and calculate my numbers so I can share my weight loss this week and since the beginning of my journey with you guys. But I'll be back to show you the rest of my nighttime skin routine. And, I'm going to sip on this while we wait for the mask for 15 minutes. There's too much whiskey in that, I think. Woo! Hallelujah. I'll be back. That's the one I'm using, in case you wanted to know. Sup. It's been about 15 minutes. So now we're going to take this off. Now, any product that is left over after a mask, I don't wipe the excess off. I just kind of pat it in usually. On my eyelids mainly because the product doesn't get on there. Okay, so next, something I forgot to do before I put the mask on. I'm not going to do it now because I don't want to wash all that off. Is a toner, alcohol-free toner, because alcohol will dry your skin out even more. So keep that in mind if you struggle with dry skin. I just forgot to use it. Now, the mask has, throw it away. I think it said that it had some hyaluronic acid in it. It might not have, I don't know. But we're going to go ahead and use some anyway. Just because it's typically what I do. And that's what I'm showing you guys tonight. This is WNP. Wake Nature Perfection. Hyaluronic acid. It's 3% hyaluronic acid. There's something about this one that's supposed to be like all the rage because of the size of the molecules. So I don't know. You can research that yourself, because I'm probably going to chop it if I try to explain it. I think it's something about the size of the molecules in this. Your skin is able to absorb it better, or more of it. I don't know. So one of these little ampules I should have showed you. That's what one looks like. Right there. You just twist, pop it off. Now, I know that don't look like much, but yeah, you can turn this. This is actually 2 uses. Now my face is still damp from the mask, and that's what you want. You want your face to be damp when you apply your hyaluronic acid. That was 6 drops. Let's do 8. That looks like about half. And I just pat that on. Get that neck. Sis. Ooh. It doesn't take much of this stuff, y'all. I see so many people overusing products like it ain't necessary. Now, this little thing, it pops back on there, and I just put it here towards the front, and that's the one I'll finish using in the morning. Okay, now for some serums. I use the Ordinary products, and I'm just going to show you the order that I use these 3 in. There's others that I do use. Like there's one that has like a retinol in it, but it's not like, no, it's retinoid, sorry. I don't use that on the nights that I do mask. I don't know why, I just don't. I just feel like it might be too much. But this is niacinamide, 10% niacinamide, and looks like 1% zinc. My glasses are over there, but just take 1 full dropper usually. And before I rub it in on my hands, I kind of just tap it into the places that I want to give some extra attention to. Them crows, girl. And then here, just tap it all on. Okay, so while I'm tapping, let's start talking about these numbers. So if you don't know, I had VSG, weight loss surgery, in June of 2020. My highest weight, actually, let me go get my notebook. That was me acting like I had a memory or something. But my highest weight before weight loss surgery was 259.2. The day of surgery, I weighed in at 250 on the dot. It was on the hospital scale. Okay, now we have this argireline solution. It looks like it says 10%. Now, I'll show you how I do this one. I do this one kind of the same way as the other, but less. And because I'm going to do it twice. The first time, I just kind of go around in the areas that like my wrinkles are, or the wrinkles are more prominent and bug me. I'm just lightly tapping that in. Look at them wrinkles there that I already mentioned. Now, look, y'all, everything's going on his neck. We got to work on his neck. Okay, so then I'll let that set for, I don't know, 30 seconds to a minute, however long. Okay, so the morning of surgery, I weighed in at 250 on the dot on the hospital scale. The day I started a GLP-1, I weighed in on my scale at 199.9. And so I was like, I'm not getting back into the 200s. I'm going to go see my doctor today. And so I went and seen her. And she started me out on Saxenda, which is just for weight loss. Now this is the same Argireline. I'm going to take more and put it all over my face. We started out on the Saxenda after she done some research on it, because she said she didn't know enough about it to feel comfortable giving it to me. So she called me a few days later and said my prescription was called in at their local pharmacy. So when I started Saxenda, I weighed in at 199.9. That Saxenda helped me get back down to the weight that I was when I had my tummy tuck. During the time between getting on the GLP-1 and my tummy tuck, I gained from 177 up to 199.9. Different reasons, like I wasn't mobile, wasn't exercising, and I was eating all the stuff I shouldn't have been eating. But the Saxenda got me back down to 177, so that's what I weighed the day I started Mounjaro. Now I'm just going to put some of this Matrixyl all over my face. Just 10%. So, I weighed 177 when I started Mounjaro. Last week I weighed in at 142.2. I was up, and I was fine with that. My goal weight in the beginning, I said, was 150-ish, and I always explain myself as to why I say that. Well, for starters, it was because I didn't really know what I was going to look like as an adult at 150. I didn't know if I would want to weigh more or weigh less. So when I got to 150, I decided I still had more body fat than I want to have, so I dropped it to 140, and that's where I usually hover around as of right now. But I still have more body fat than I want to have. But since I'm losing weight everywhere, you can't like target lose the fat. I mean, you know what I mean? You can target build a muscle and fill that area out and make it look better, but you can't target fat loss. It's your whole body. It's a whole body process thing. But now that I'm around the 140s, I say that is my goal still, because the scale's going to fluctuate as I increase my activity in the lifting weights. But hopefully it's going to be less fat and more muscle. So we're talking weight-wise. 140, I think, is where I'll stay. But I think I'm going to dip down temporarily while I'm doing what I need to do to shed some body fat. Okay. Once I shed my body fat that I don't like seeing on my body, yeah, I really don't think I'll give a rat's ass about that scale. Because I want to build lean muscle. I want to have visible muscle tone on my body. That's what I like for myself. That's what I think looks best for me. Because I have looked like that before. And it's just what I want to do. My body. That's my goal. Okay. So I know that my weight is going to be lower than 140. Probably for a while. Just because. Let me see if I can show you without showing you. It's this. Y'all see that? Okay, there's still more fat there that I want to lose. It's the midsection. It's all that. So that's what we're doing over here today. So last week I weighed in at 142.2. This week I weighed in at 138.8. So we're going to dip down. Now 2 weeks ago, I think it was, my weight was the same. It was when I was at the RV and didn't have my notebook and couldn't remember. If you remember that. It's the same weight. But then my weight jumped back up last week, which, like I said, was fine. I had been eating things that I don't normally eat, things that cause me inflammation. I haven't stayed on top of my water, like I said. So I knew my weight was going to be up. But I also know that I didn't gain 3 pounds of body fat in such a short amount of time. I knew that it was other factors playing a part. So now, let's talk about my total numbers, what I am down. Sorry, y'all, my ear is itching like way down in there. Feels weird. Okay, so since the day of surgery, I have lost 112.2 pounds. Since starting my first GLP-1, which was Saxenda, I'm down 61.1 pounds. Since the day I started Mounjaro, I'm down 38.2. And from last week, I'm down 3.4 pounds. So that makes my total weight loss 120.4. I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it. It still shocks me sometimes. I'm like, wow, is this really real? But I'm here to tell you it's real. It's real. So I'm still going to weigh myself and share my numbers with you. But after I see what's going on with my shoulder, I've got my MRI in the morning, y'all, to see what's going on. They're pretty sure it's rotator cuff. So after we see what's going to happen with that, and then I start, you know, because I'm already able to eat more. I know it's hard to tell on these videos, but I'm eating more quantities of the foods, the same foods that I'm putting on my plate. Even if I had to like start it and wait 30 minutes and finish it, I'm eating all the food that you see me plate now, which wasn't what was happening in the beginning. I was like passing it off to my husband or just having to toss it. Or depending on what it was, I would give it to our dog. Like if it was any meat, like beef or chicken, I would give it to him. But I'm going to be less focused on the scale at some point in time and more focused on body composition. That's what I'm trying to say. But 120 pounds is a lot of weight to lose. I know there's people that's lost more, and that's great. But I never thought I would be standing in front of a camera, especially with no makeup on, posting it on the internet, and be able to say that I have lost. I'm the person that lost the 120 pounds. I literally lost a teenage me. Thank God, but I remember weighing 117 pounds as a teenager. Pregnant. Yeah, I had my first baby when I was 17. Okay, but I think I'm doing good. And there's nothing wrong with patting yourself on the back and saying that you've done a good job. Okay, so now to finish this up, moisturizer. Now, depending on, I know a lot of people use like a balm, like Vaseline or a sealing thing. Be careful when you use that. Make sure you're not using any actives. And then kind of sealing it in, because those actives, some of them like need to breathe. And when you seal that in, like with something like Vaseline, it can really cause you some problems. It can irritate your skin real bad. Okay, so what I usually use is just my regular old Palmer's cocoa butter that I love. It's never done me wrong. But I will also use, I'll alternate this with the Palmer's. Tonight we're going to do this. This is a Retinol 24. A lady has vitamin E. It's peptide. It's a nighttime moisturizer. A lady at our local pharmacy, from the local pharmacy. Y'all, if y'all could see this lady's skin. And I think she told me she was 73. Her skin is amazing. I didn't think she was that old. So I'm going to use the retinol tonight. And then I'm going to show you something. That's probably going to have you looking at me kind of crazy, but I'm going to show you anyway. Let me just tell you that, you know, obviously we had a conversation at the pharmacy about skincare stuff because she's the one that recommended that to me. And I was like, look, I'm buying anything that you're telling me you put on your face. I'm buying it. But this is what she told me to buy. So that's what I bought. Bought a 2-pack from Sam's. Just the over the light. But, see, I'll use this tonight. In the morning, I'll use my Palmer's. I use my Palmer's every morning. So I'll use this tonight. Then, like this will dry in. By the time I get upstairs, this is where I'm about to get you. I'll use my coochie cream. My coochie cream on my face. You heard me. Now, for you younger ones, I don't know if you'll have trouble getting this from your doctor, because it's for the vajay. It's for the coochie dryness. So, and it's got hormones in it. It's got some estrogen in it. I don't have that issue. But because I am in menopause and I'm 48 years old, my insurance will give it to me. So I got it. Put it on my face and I put it on my coochie. And let me tell you, when I started doing this, I'd seen, I can't think of her name. She's a dermatologist on here. She's actually the one that said, she didn't say the words coochie cream, but she said get you some estrogen cream and put it on there. I'm just going to go ahead and show you how I do it, even though that retinol's not completely dry. It's fine. Put it right there. I'll spot treat. Now, just to show you guys, and all around my eyes, my forehead, I'll tap it in. This is where I want some improvement in the wrinkles. But what started the conversation at the pharmacy was the girls was asking me what I was doing different to my skin, because every one of them had said that my skin was looking so much better. And they had this conversation after I had left the previous time. And they was like, we couldn't wait for you to come back. I don't know why they didn't message me on Facebook, because I'm real life friends with all of them. But it's like, we want to know, like, what are you doing to your skin? I said, I'm using that coochie cream you got me from the prescription. The coochie cream. Y'all do your research and look at it yourself. There's a dermatologist, and there's actually a few on here now that will tell you. You can use this on your skin everywhere. I mean, obviously, if it's going to be okay for your vajay, you know. But yeah, if we're losing estrogen and that's affecting our skin, put some back. Just put some back. I don't know if you have to be a certain age for your insurance to approve it. I don't know how much it is without insurance. With my copay, it's $30. I have Blue Cross Blue Shield. So, and you've seen how very little that I used. But when I go upstairs, I will just use a tiny bit more and just kind of put it over the areas that I didn't already do, just to show you guys, because this is not all the way soaked into my skin yet. So I'll wait and do that when I get upstairs, and then I'll apply my lip balm and my Latisse on my lashes, and then that is my nighttime routine. That's all I do. But yeah, it's all right to use this on your skin, on your face. I only do it every other night, like I said. I don't know if it's okay to do every night. I don't see why not. But the only reason that I don't is because sometimes I just want to slather that Palmer's on my face. That's how much I love that stuff. So, and also I have a neck cream that I'm testing out. And I ain't gonna lie, I didn't believe the hype at first. I said, let me just get this stuff just to see, because I think they're lying. Yeah, I don't know. There might be a little bit of truth in that neck cream, but I'll save that for a different video, because I still got a lot, or not a lot, a little bit in the jar, and I want to completely finish it before I say I'm digging it. I'm ordering another one. So my skin feels nice. So in the morning when I get up, I won't use a cleanser. I'll just use a wet washcloth. And then I'll put my vitamin C on, let that soak in, and then moisturizer for my Palmer's. And that's all I do in the morning. So yeah, that's it. So if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and do that. I really appreciate it. It helps my channel out if you go ahead and give this video a thumbs up too. I hope everybody's doing good. Again, thumbs up this video. Subscribe if you haven't. And I will check in with you guys in a week for the Talkie Talk. And in between, I usually post a few shorts. So be on the lookout for that. Go ahead and turn your notifications on so you don't miss any of the shenanigans over here. And yeah, I hope everybody is doing well. Be blessed. Be nice or be quiet. Bye, y'all.